Okay, so for this exploration, you need to have a piece of heavy-duty construction paper, a piece of tag board, something that you can cut out and it's going to be kind of sturdy. So you also need your construction tool, so hopefully you have your compass and your straight edge. So let's go ahead and on your piece of paper, construct a fairly large triangle. It doesn't matter if it's scalene, obtuse, or acute, or isosceles. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and construct my triangle. Well, we are going to construct the centroid of this triangle, and to construct a centroid, we are going to construct the medians. And so what a median connects a vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to bisect each side, and we know how to already do that using constructions. So go ahead and take out your compass, and I'm going to bisect this bottom side down here. So I'm going to take my endpoints, or I'm going to take my compass, and I'm going to put it at one of the endpoints. And then I'm going to go ahead and stretch it out. You make sure it's obviously larger than halfway. And I'm going to go ahead and take my compass, and I'm going to make a mark like so. Now I'm going to take that same measurement, I don't want to adjust it, and I'm going to take the point and I'm going to put it on my other endpoint. And now I'm going to make that same mark. Now take your straight edge and line up where these points intersect. So I'm just going to take my, oops. I want to rotate it, but I don't think I can rotate that one, so let's cut. You're just going to kind of line it up. And where they intersect, that's going to be your midpoint. So go ahead and draw a point exactly where they intersect. Now usually we don't like to erase construction marks, but go ahead and erase them just so we can make them look a little bit nicer. So I'm going to erase my arcs here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my compass and I'm going to find the midpoint of another side. So I'm going to put it right here on that point. Oops. And I'll draw my arc. I'll go to the other end point there and draw my arc. I'm going to go ahead and take my straight edge and draw a line so that I can see where those two arcs intersect. And I'm going to put a point that symbolizes the midpoint. And then I'm going to go ahead and erase my other marks. If I'm going too fast for you, go ahead and pause the video and push play when you're caught up. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and find the midpoint of my last side. My little thing there. I'm going to extend this out a little bit further. Go to the other end point and do the same things. Then I'm going to go ahead and line it up. And draw a line like so and mark my point and go ahead and erase all of my construction marks just so it looks nice and clean. Okay, so now that we have all of our construction marks, or not our construction marks, but our midpoints drawn, in order for us to construct the medians, I want you to take your straight edge and the vertex opposite the midpoint I want you to connect. So for example, I'm going to go from the left vertex to this midpoint. And I'm going to do the same for all of them. So the opposite vertex to the midpoint, I want you to draw a segment. And what should happen is that they should all intersect at one point inside of your triangle. And that point of intersection is called the centroid. And what the centroid does, that's the center of gravity of any of our triangle here. So here's what the last part of this little exploration is. I want you to go ahead and I want you to cut out your triangle. And then I want you to take the tip of your pencil and I want you to balance it at the centroid. You should be able to balance your triangle so it lays flat at the centroid. So there you go. Thanks for doing the exploration.